the heck just happened, but I'm back.
You good, you're good, you're good.
Like it just like disconnected from my internet and everything. That was crazy. Okay, now let me get back to what I was trying to do. Sheesh.
Let me see. So it says you're live now. If I click knock, see, do you see that?
777. Yeah, I'm logging in right now. 1 second. Got it. Got it. Stream manager. Accept. Joining StackinTv. Twitch may record video and sound. Doesn't say
I set
anything.
all that. I disabled all of that where it asks about your audio and video or whatever. I just said no because since we're in the Discord.
It's not even asking me anything though. It literally just says joining StackinTv. Twitch may record. Oh, get started. There we go. I'm like, excuse me? And you said don't
So
allow the microphone and all that stuff because we're already in the
yeah,
Discord. Okay.
yeah. And then I think shared chat is enabled. Yep, there we go.
There we
All right, boom.
go.
We're good.
Finally. Sorry,
All right, so
y'all.
now so next thing that I only want you to do is try to if can you share your screen in Discord so then I can pull that up on my screen so it's no delay for my Twitch.
Share.
There we
Like
go.
that.
Yep. All right, boom. Now, before we get into the stream, now everything's set up. We just have a couple questions, just a couple, just a couple, just a couple. So, Petty Queen, you could introduce yourself to my stream if you know most people probably already know you, but
Mm.
if you want to introduce yourself.
What up, what up, what up, y'all? I'm Petty Queen. I am with the group. We are called She Got Game. I've been streaming and doing like some similar like things that Stacking TV is doing, the breakdowns and stuff like that. We going on 3 years now. I just like to come in here and chat with like-minded individuals about the slate and also, teach people that may not know how to actually research because when I first stepped into this space, I saw a lot of complaining about baseball specifically. So that's what really got me into it. I'm like, okay, well, I see a lot of people complaining, but a lot of the complaining is because they don't know what they're looking for. So that's just a little bit about me, okay?
All
And
right,
I am
so
very different than a lot of people just because I don't know, I look at things really weird sometimes, but it works.
okay, um, pressure like be as being a female capper, like what's the pressure like? Is there any pressure, or do
It's
you
a
kind of
lot of
like zone it
pressure. I
out,
mean,
or
it's a lot of pressure to perform well and to know what you're talking about because there's a lot of hate in this space for women because we came into something that was like a male dominated space. Obviously, when it comes to sports, you think men because the biggest sports out there that are, publicly televised and that kind of thing are for men. So when a lot of women better step on the scene, we do get a lot of hate. We get a lot of, people trying to discredit our work, telling us there's a man behind them, or, we have a ghostwriter writing our plays. These are just things that we've heard in the past. So it's definitely tough. You got to have some thick skin and just know at the end of the day that you know what the fuck you're talking about. Otherwise, people wouldn't keep coming to see you or keep coming to place the bets that you put out.
any female creators that might be listening in the background wanting to do what we do, what's one tip or like motivational thing like what would you tell like any female that's like in the background probably listening or some shit that might not have the following we have but like is trying, like what
Um,
would you tell them?
what I would tell y'all is to just keep pushing. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't do this. Don't let any man or woman out there tell you because, you're a woman to get your ass back in the kitchen because it ain't 1950. I would literally just tell you to keep pushing and pushing and pushing. When I first told my parents I was going to be a professional gambler, a professional sports bettor, whatever you want to call it, capper, whatever, they looked at me like I was crazy. My mom, obviously, she's like, girl, bye. And then my dad was like, I don't know if you're going to do it, but if you were to get my dad on here and tell the story now, he'd be like, within 6 months, she was way further than I thought she would be. So just keep pushing. Sometimes things do could take time. But again, don't
So
let nobody tell you you can't do it.
so with the parent situation, because this is all like new to me. So like when because I didn't I had my mom like the you got the same prop finder. You're sponsored with prop finder, right?
Yeah.
So I had my mom print out the stuff or whatever to fax over, and she was like, "Wait, so you're like doing this now?" And I'm like, "Yeah." She was like, "Oh, she was surprised, like, so." And then I showed her everything, and then she was like, she was proud, like she was surprised. But she still loves to say that nobody can get rich from sports betting. How do you feel? Like, did your parents tell you that, or do you deal with that like negative type of like energy from like family, friends? That,
Yeah. I
how do
mean,
you go with that?
family, that was definitely, like the vibes I got from my parents when I first told them, that's what I was gonna do. I had already started kind of like dabbling in sports betting, and what really made me like wanna figure out how to sports bet and continue to do this for like a living was when I first started sports betting. I was a general manager, or an assistant manager, excuse me, at Chili's, and literally me and my cooks would just cook up like NBA parlays together in the kitchen when it was downtime. And one of my first bets was like some crazy preseason NBA bet. I turned $5 into 1,500, and from that moment, I was like, "Oh yeah, I got to figure this out, and we gonna figure it out to where I'm making money off of this like every day or every week, to where I'm paying my bills, all that kind of stuff." And I mean, after you keep perfecting your craft, it really does come to where like I all my bills are paid from gambling.
Okay.
So,
So what's how do you feel about
and then
like
sorry, with the
m- oh yeah,
friends,
go ahead.
with like
Mhm.
friends, because that was family. With friends, it's more like they want you to do it for them, or they want you to show you how to do it. But like with friends, I feel like I back off more, just because like they don't want to sit down and really learn how to do it, or understand that you're not going
Mhm.
to win every day. And I just don't
Mhm.
want to hear it from them, because I see them or talk to them more than I talk to anybody else, and it's just like, nah, man, if you're not a gambler, please don't.
And then they'll be mad that you don't personally send them the plays,
Exactly,
but you'll
like,
have them in their free Discord. You're free in my Discord, you're my friend, whatever.
yeah.
But you will beg me, "Oh, you didn't send it to me personally." I got thousands of people that are waiting for me to post it here and here. What makes you different? You know what I'm saying? I go through that a lot. How do you deal with that, or is that something that kind of just don't deal with your people?
I mean, yeah, no, we definitely deal with that all the time. Like, that's what people do all the time. My sister, she's been a free member of my Discord since day one. Like, my blood sister, she's been a free member. She's one of the only family members that actually believed in me and kept pushing me to keep doing what I, wanted to do.
Mhm.
Um, But she still says the same thing. She be texting me after I hit, like, "Why did I miss that?" Or like, "Why did I not, like, why didn't you send?" And then like we used to live together at the beginning when I first did all this stuff. So like she'd be there, and she'd be able to ask me
She was there
questions like to
for
my face,
everything.
right? And she would be
Mhm.
able to be like, "Okay, well, you really like this place, so I'm gonna tell this one, but not this one, or whatever." But now we don't live together, so she's like, she,
Okay,
for one, she's not gambling as much, and for two, like, she's missing it because she's 8 months pregnant and be sleeping all the time anyways. So
okay. My last question is, what motivates you on losing streaks? Like, when you're like, because we obviously have to show up every day.
yeah, what
We signed up to
motivates me
show up
on
every day,
losing
but what
streaks
motivates you? Yeah.
is knowing that the cold streak is never gonna last. And then also another thing that motivates me is, I'm not like some of these people, like there's a lot of like fake cappers, I guess you could say, out there where they're giving out bets and they're not actually taking them. So, like, what motivates me is that I'm actually taking these bets with you and I'm losing with you. So, I don't want us
Mm,
to keep losing. So, that's what's going to motivate me to like figure out what's wrong or figure out what needs to be fixed and fix that shit.
okay.
And the cold streaks never last. Never. I was just on one
Facts.
of the worst cold streaks that I've ever had in one of my best sports that I cover. And
Oh,
that
really?
shit,
Oh, oh,
yeah.
okay.
And that shit, I mean, yesterday I was looking at it and I'm like, I just woke like this past weekend, I was like, man, if these dudes don't start hitting homers, like it's starting to get like real annoying. And then yesterday I just woke up and was like, you know what the hell you're doing. You like just get back to, you know what you're doing, and immediately I smack a two-man parlay. So I mean,
So, how often? Okay, so another last question because I tell my chat this all the time. How often do you like change your process as far as like what you're looking for? Like ISO spots, maybe slug, like whatever you look for. Like, how often do you change that around, or do you play with your filters every? Like, how often do you do that? Like,
so my highlights, my filters on Prop Finder, I do not change. If I see that like a lot of them are not, because see what happens with me is I tend to overthink things. I heard you
mhm,
talking about it yesterday, how like just don't overthink it, just go pull all of your highlights and just put them in there and then go back through and do like a more detailed in-depth breakdown, that kind of thing. So I tend to overthink things just because personally I don't like taking anything that's plus 500 or that's less than plus 500. It's just not my style of betting.
okay.
So when that happens, I tend to overthink things, but like the chat will tell you, like, I will literally call out every single chalk home run known to man, but I'm not about to put two or three plus 300s together for like a 60,000
Hmm.
for a 6,000,
Six, like
excuse me.
6,000. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
60,000, yes, I will do that. But
Yes.
but when I see
6,000,
like three
7,000.
guys
Yeah.
to hit a home run and it's only like 5,000 for those three guys, like, do you understand how hard it is to get even one person to hit a home run? And now you need three and the odds are only plus
Facts.
5,000. I could put two people
Facts.
together and get 5,000 and
Facts.
live with the results if they don't go at the end of the day, because I've tracked my own betting and that kind of thing down to the odds. And I'm most profitable when I'm taking plus 500s and higher.
So, okay, I keep asking, I have more questions.
No, you're
What do you
fine.
feel like, what sport is the best like conversion rate? Like as far as like research to cash, like what sport do you feel like if you do the most research
Mm,
in, you're gonna cash because the research to read value, if that makes sense to you. Like what sport do you think is like I research it,
honestly,
boom,
and
it
I
hit.
probably wouldn't have said this like 2 years ago, but honestly, it's probably NBA.
Okay.
Because baseball has so many variables. I mean, NBA does too. Um, but like I don't know. I think NBA really, and then like NFL has so many damn variables too, because you'll take the guy that just ran 90 yards down the field, and yet here
Yep,
comes the
and they'll
fourth
put in the
string,
backup.
and that fourth
Mhm.
string is the one that scores the touchdown. Like, so, like,
Yep.
but yeah, NBA for me is just because like I've honed in on one market and I've gotten really, really good at it. So like when I do my research on that specific market, the data pays off more often than not. And
Okay.
baseball is just like so up and down, up and down. But what can we do when the balls are different sizes, shapes and sizes, different seams? We don't know if we're getting dead balls or we're getting live balls today. Like, it's crazy.
Well, that's all the questions. So I'm gonna let you do your thing, do your show, really, because I
Okay.
know you're a streamer. So it's basically you just doing your show. I'm here in the background, kind of thing. But try to like give a little bit more detail for the people that might be new to like
Yeah. I know what
for
you
your
mean.
content. But
I know
yeah,
what you mean. I know what you mean. Okay, so we're gonna move to the Texas Rangers at Tampa Bay because Cincinnati has already started. Prop Finder's not showing a picture for the Texas Rangers. So let me go see what I can gather. We got cool Cal Quantrill expected. So don't shoot me if he doesn't start. It's not confirmed, but he is projected. All right. So as soon as I put Cal Quantrill in, so I know there's a lot of different people that look at last, the games or the plate appearances or the batted ball events, that kind of thing. I have always been somebody that's very strict when it comes to that. I stick to the games just because, and mind you, this is something that I used to get a lot of hate about too when I would say this. But I played softball growing up like my entire life. And playing softball growing up your entire life, you're right next to the boys that are playing baseball. And whether you want to admit it or not, they're very similar sports. Like the literal difference is maybe, the underhand pitching to the overhand pitching and the size of the ball. Okay. So with me, it's all about their recent form, and I need to see the whole picture. And when I say the whole picture, I need to see like all of your at bats. I don't want to just see your batted ball events. The plate appearance is a good one. Honestly, I was talking to Line Slayer about this the other day. And really, if you want to do the plate appearances, let's say you're doing like last 5 to 10 games, it's really just like last 15 to last 25 plate appearances. That covers about 5 to 10 games, just depending on where they play at in the lineup. But so with that being said, I have a few different highlights. Prop Finder. One of them is named Coco. This one is my like ideal home run filter. Their barrel 12% or higher, ISO 250 or higher, air percent 60% or higher, and I use the air percent instead of like fly ball and home run to fly ball because the air percent calculates all of that into one number. Hard hit 45% or higher, EV 95% or higher, and pulled air 20% or higher. I don't even have like underground ball or anything like that on this one because I have it on a different one. The Petty's favorite one is also like, it's just like very, very strict. It's pretty much the Coco one, but like I added slug, I added fly ball to it, I added blast, I did a ground ball under 50%. And I put the air percent on that one too, but it's at a lower number. Appreciate you guys all with those follows. Oop. Just wanted to make sure that I'm not ignoring you. Then I have like a long shot filter. Okay, that's this bright blue one. And it's basically just those same numbers that I was talking about before, but lower. Okay, so that's what that is. So when I come down here, and then I didn't speak on the goddamn holy shit one, but that's pretty much just Prop Finder's insane filter, and I tweaked the ground ball 5%. So if you want this goddamn holy shit part highlight, it's Prop Finder's generic highlight, but I increased the ground ball by 5%. Okay.
No, they can hear you. They can hear you if you're reading the chat.
Yeah,
It's
I'm like,
just
wait, what are
me
they talking
muted trying to
about?
talk to my so I'm trying to talk to my chat, but I'm trying to read the chat while you're cooking up too, so but
Okay.
oh, I didn't want to cut you off while you were talking too. Your opinion on the last 7 games. You use last 7 or last 5?
I use
You
last
like last 5
5.
games?
Yeah, I like last
Okay.
5 just because it's more of their like recent form, because that's like within a week. It's just like, back in the days when we were using game day, I would use last 7 days. But let's say I'm looking at the last 5 and I don't have anything to go on, I will increase it to last 10. And then
Okay.
sometimes I do
So
look at like season long, because when you want to find somebody that's coming out of one of those cold slumps, you're never going to be able to find that player in their recent form if they're going through a cold streak right now. You have to kind of look at what they do overall or what they were doing a couple months ago to kind of figure out like, okay, well, they were hitting this pitch mix at one point, but right now they're just going through a slump. Maybe, this is the first time that they've seen these particular pitches or the pitches that they like in the last month or so. So that's how you kind of find somebody coming out of a cold slump too.
Okay, so I know you probably see the war on Twitter. It's the batted ball event crew and then the
Mhm.
plate appearances. So then you're on the game. You're
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
you use games. So you're on the whole other side.
Yeah. I'm on the
You're fighting a
games.
whole different. Yeah, you're
I use
yeah.
games and I
So
get into it with them
okay,
half the like a lot of the time. Like I be teasing them and getting into it with my chat all the time because they're like, "Well, why don't you use batted ball events or why don't you use plate
mhm.
appearances?" And I'm like,
It's
"The
all about
reason
what makes
yeah,
you
it's all
money.
about what
Exactly.
works for you." Like, are you trying to tell me to change my research and then I'm going to go on a 2-month cold streak? Like, come on now. And then on top of that, batted ball events is a great thing to look at, but it doesn't include the non-batted ball events. So like
Exactly.
if a guy just hit 10 ground balls and they're not batted ball events, you're going to go and take this guy for a home run, but right now all he doing is putting the ball on the ground. So that's part of the reason why I leave that out. Um so
Okay.
um
Continue.
with that being said, y'all, looking at the last 5 games and looking at just the pitch mix, and I'm going to tell you in a second what I do to the pitch mix. Is we've got Richie Palacios, a super crazy long shot in his last 5 games. He's got 1 home run, 1 near home run. His numbers are popping off the page all across the board. And then Victor Mesa Jr. However, the goddamn holy shit filter, the insane filter, doesn't have like as many specifications as I always look at. So he still can go, but like looking at this, there's a couple numbers that are a little bit lower than I'd like his exit velocity. It's like an 80.6. However, this is like a general consensus. So it being highlighted, I'm going to click on him and actually go and look at him and be like, okay, so like every other at bat, he's having a hard hit. You look down just a little bit further, he's got home run, home run, home run. So I mean, he was on a hot streak that, he hit 3 home runs in a row. Um, However, when you come here on Prop Finder, you got to put Cal Quantrill back in here. He looks pretty dang good. So the reason why the exit velocity looks like that on the last 5 games is because he has these 2 at bats, most recent, with really really low EV. So it's bringing down his average exit velocity, and that's why I say sometimes like if you have somebody highlighted, they don't look that great at first. You want to go look at them in further depth. Um Mesa Jr. boom or bust. Exactly. So he gonna boom or he gonna bust. He gonna hit a bomb or he gonna strike out. Okay. But Richie Palacios is popping off. And one thing here, Junior Caminero looks amazing. His fly ball and his air percent were just a little bit too low to not get highlighted, according to my highlights. However, now that I'm looking at this pitch mix, I see some pitches are thrown like way more than the rest of the pitch mix. So I tend to take off those lower pitched pitches. And now look, it's still Richie Palacios. Junior Caminero is highlighted now. And now Johnny DeLuca is showing up on a highlight. His exit velocity is still lower than I'd like, and he's not showing any odds, so he may not play. But I am going to keep him in mind for later because if they put him in the lineup, it's probably because they're seeing something that we're seeing, that this is a decent matchup for him and they want him in the lineup.
So not to cut you off, but I tell my chat all the time that these guys have like we're good with having prop finder, right?
Yeah.
But these guys in the dugout have way better stuff than prop finder
Way
than
better
we
stuff.
have. Like so I be trying to tell my chat this all the time, like y'all think we have an edge, bro. Like that's why they put in when they put in a bullpen guy against certain spots, like they see all the data we see. They see everything.
Yeah,
So
exactly. Why do you think they just recently outlawed the use of AI in the dugouts? Because they were
facts.
using AI to attack pitchers mid game, and they outlawed it
Facts.
because it was kind of basically cheating. But yeah, so I mean, they definitely have way more data than we do. And that's why like if I ever see a lineup come out and I'm just scrolling lineups and I'm like, "Well, wait, why the hell is this guy in the lineup?" Like let's say it's somebody that's known for smashing lefties and the pitcher's a righty and you're just like, the guy only ever plays against left-handed pitchers. Why did they put him in that lineup today? Was it just because they needed a
Holidays.
filler, or is it because they know that he's about to crush this matchup? So that's definitely
Okay,
something to
good
look at.
insights.
Um, okay. Then let's look at the Rangers against Tampa. We got Jock Peterson, Ezekiel Duran both being highlighted. This is where Petty starts to overthink. Ezekiel Duran has gone back to back, and when a long shot like that goes back to back after 2 games in a row, I tend to back out. Not saying that he can't go again because he looks amazing again. Um, but this is where Petty will start to like overthink. I'd just be like, well, Ezekiel Duran already went 3 days or 2 days in a row. I don't know if he's gonna do 3. So I overthink shit, and then my girl Kiki, she runs with it.
Okay.
But somebody like Jock Peterson, I would never say that about, because he's more like a chalk, a vet, a seasoned vet, to where like if he want to go 3 games in a row, 4 games in a row, 5 games in a row, I wouldn't doubt it.
Okay.
But what I would say about Ezekiel Duran, y'all, is that he is doing things that he's never done before right now. Like, for example, yesterday was the first time that he's gone back to back in at least 2 years, because I only look
Yep.
back that far. So maybe, he does something new again today and goes and gets his first time ever going 3 in a row. He's seeing the ball well right now, and he also has a great matchup again. So he could definitely do it.
So my question to you is like you said, you looked back and you seen that he didn't do it,
Mhm.
but the matchup is still there today. What leans your bet more? Is it that there's no evidence that he's done it, or the fact that he's in the spot to do it, so we just got to give him a chance?
Yeah,
Or
so
how do you look at that?
it me personally, so he's in the spot to do it. But yes, like you said, there's no evidence that he's done that before, and so this is where it gets a little bit like on the weird side. Probably you haven't heard this a lot, but like, we are all creatures of habit.
Hmm.
So more often than not, we tend to do the same things again and again. Like, I don't know if there was anybody in my stream yesterday, but Tyrone Taylor. We were looking at Tyrone Taylor. I looked back to the last time he went, like a couple of weeks. I looked back a couple of weeks, and the last time he's like finally like started hitting home runs again, when he first went, he went back to back. And I had already liked him for the matchup, and then I went and found out that that's something that he's done, and he's done recently. So I'm like, it's more likely that he's going to repeat that same pattern, or that
Okay.
same thing that he's already done before. Now, like I was just saying like a couple minutes ago, it doesn't mean that guys can't do it if they've never done it before. It just makes it like, I don't want to say more risky, because it doesn't make it more risky, but it makes me want to bet it more if I've seen that you've done that before.
So you believe fully in the back-to-back theory, like, you love
Yeah.
to see if they've
Yeah.
done the back-to-back. Okay,
Mhm.
okay.
And I mean, that's why some of my people in my chat will be like, I keep a little like troll petty list, because some guys will troll the crap out of me, but then some guys like, they always try to ask me the day after Geraldo Perdomo goes yard, is he going to go again today? And I just tell exactly what I tell him. Exactly what I tell them every single time they ask me that question is, Geraldo Perdomo does not go back to back. And I know him better than damn near anybody in the league, because I'm a Diamondbacks fan and I've been watching him for at least 4 years. He has never,
Okay.
ever gone back to back, and literally never does. So it's like, I see that more often than not, where like if a guy has never done that before, he ends up still not doing it. But there are guys that will like do something new every day, or every whatever.
Okay. That's
I
cool.
Yeah. Okay. But that's that first game. Let's look at this Arizona at Pittsburgh game. I did read somewhere though that it has a chance for delay, or chance for, was it chance for postponement? Hold on, let's see what he said. Because I know the Mets game got Postponed. Okay, so Diamondbacks has changed. The rain is clear pregame. Okay, but solid hitting weather. Diamondbacks need to make up for yesterday. We're on like a crazy 3 game in a row losing streak. Tier. Formable
So
Vibe said
after
you
you
were
said
right
that in the
about
chat,
CJ walks and his
uh,
pattern. Oh, interesting.
who me or you?
No, I think she was telling me from yesterday. I
Or
had said
you?
something, called out about CJ's walks or his pattern, something like that. You know who else pattern I called out yesterday, and we're gonna see if he does something today? James Wood, and I'm gonna show you
Okay.
exactly what I mean. Just because I mentioned that, I'm gonna show you exactly what I mean. Are they playing today?
Now you
Oh yeah,
passed
they are.
this
There we
right
go.
there.
Okay. So this the only reason why I jumped to this game is because this goes back to exactly what we were just talking about. You see how not yesterday, but the game before that, he hit 2 home runs. Everybody
Mhm.
was like, he's so hot, he's gonna hit, he's gonna hit, he's gonna hit. I'm like, yeah, okay. Look at what happened yesterday, y'all. What did I say about James Wood being walked? Got walked twice because the day before he hit 2 home runs. But let's see something. Let's go back to his home runs. So he doesn't have any games this season where he hit 2 home runs, right? So then I'm going to go back and look at last year. Look at last year. Every single time
Mhm.
he hit 2 home runs, the next game he did not go yard. And when I looked further, it was because the next game he was getting walked like a dog.
But then it looks like it looks like he goes the next day though.
Yes, exactly.
So
So
today
he should
he's
be
gonna
going today. Mhm. Yep,
So
exactly.
yeah,
Mhm.
let's write James. Let me write James Wood down
Mhm.
for
Exactly.
a potential collab candidate. I'm a
Definitely
big
could go today.
James Wood
Appreciate you
fan.
with that follow. Okay. Jock and James. Putting the house on wood. Let's get it. Okay. So let me go back to the Diamondbacks at the Pirates. And we'll come back to that game. But yes, definitely write James Wood down. Okay, so for the Pirates, and I'm just looking at this as an overall right now. I got Esmerlin Valdez, but he got hit pretty hard in the hand yesterday, so I don't know if he will play today. Vegas made the call. They was trying to take him out. Cozy Solo, I've only gone, this is only the second game. We've only gone over a second game. I hope you don't need to be confused. We still breaking it down like we usually do. He's just got, like, I got an interviewer here. You know what I mean? So he's asking questions. You think the Nationals
That's
game's
literally
supposed
it.
to see rain? Well, as long as it's not
Yeah, it is.
lightning, it could still definitely they could still definitely go yard. Rain brings
Or actually, my
humidity.
weather app cleared up because I live out here, so my weather app actually looks better than what it did last night.
Oh, well, there we go. We got the inside scoop.
It's still
Um
gonna rain, but it looks a little bit better. It looks a little bit better.
Right. Okay, so just off the bat, the highlights is Esmerlin, but he's probably not gonna play. Nick Gonzalez and Andy Rodriguez. I know the only reason why I know this is because I bet Nick Gonzalez yesterday that he almost went yard. He literally um hit straight to the fence. So he was 2 more feet and he would have had a home run. And then you have Andy Rodriguez, and Andy Rodriguez popping back up here after we haven't seen him in a little while is probably because Esmerlin may not play today. But now I want to take off some of these lower pitched pitches. And if anybody out there is looking, they're probably like, why is Brian Reynolds not highlighted, but he's green across the board? It's literally one metric. One metric that's making him not be highlighted is the air percent. If you guys were here earlier, you've seen that I have my air percent set at 60%. His is at a 57.2. So it just falls beneath that scope. He's had the most near home runs in the last 5 games. So he's still definitely a candidate. And then keep in mind, Esmerlin is probably not going to play. So the people that are popping off right here are Brian Reynolds, Ryan O'Hearn, and Endy. Pitcher giving it up more to lefties. Pitcher is a righty, so Reynolds will be batting lefty today. That didn't really help us with any narrow down though. However, Endy.
There goes South Stewart. Not
There
to
it
cut you off.
is. Endy's got the highest fly ball, got the highest hard hit, and got the highest exit velocity. So I may lean Endy here.
Okay.
Valdez got hit in the hand yesterday. They say he dodged a fracture, so it probably said today. Okay. Okay, let's look at the other side. And Fott, mind you, Brandon Fott can definitely get got on any given day. But since we brought him back, he's been crushing it. Just saying. Let's see. So off the bat against Bubba Chandler, it's looking like that's so funny. We were talking about Perdomo, and he's highlighted. Corbin barrels because he likes to barrel the baseball. Geraldo Perdomo, Ryan Waldschmidt. Waldschmidt does like to hit doubles though. And let me change some things here. I want to isolate some of these pitches, especially this fastball that's being thrown almost 50%. So if I isolate the fastball, it's Corbin Barrel and Ryan Waldschmidt. The pitcher's giving it up more to lefties, so that would leave me with Corbin Barrels. James McCann is popping off here too. No odds though, so I don't know if he'll play. And sometimes with the D-backs is where you'll see me like do a lot more deep research just because I like to really know exactly who my guys are as that's gonna go. Okay. I've seen a bunch of people on Max Kepler. I don't know why, because I don't like him.
Yeah, for some reason he was meeting my highlights. I think it was fastball only. I like to filter. I don't know if you did put it in
Oh,
there,
okay, there we go. I
but
see it now.
I
Just
think
a
yeah,
fastball.
it was fastball only for him.
Fastball only. He definitely does look pretty damn good. Okay. I definitely see that now that I just did the fastball only. Sounds like I better go to the game if it's Corbin, but they're out of town. I am not going all the way to Pittsburgh. All right, what's the next game? Billy at Miami. Welcome to Miami. What we got here? Kyle Stowers probably gonna go since Kyle Manzardo went. Joe Mack sold the world yesterday. Sold the world, including me. And then if I drop it down to last five, Joe Mack and Kyle Stowers is it. Nola. Oh God, Nola been a sweetheart this year. Sweetheart. Also, another way, just to tap into some more, gems, more ways of doing things. Another way I tend to do some things, and this is a shout out to my girl Janae, who is on vacation right now, is coming here to this pitch arsenal and looking at, okay, so first on the splits, Aaron Nola is giving it up to literally everyone. If you narrow it down to like last 10, last 5, he's still an equal opportunist. So what I'm going to do now is come here and do last 10 on the pitcher. Then I'm going to look by hand. So to the lefties, the bombs that he's giving up the most to's, the knuckle curve, the sinker, and the fastball. Knuckle curve, sinker, fastball. So then I'm going to put those 3 pitches there. And I'm going to go here to the right-handed batters. You got the knuckle curve and the sinker. I'm going to put those there. Take the fastball off. Joe Mack and Gilberto Hernandez are the only 2 remaining highlights. And keep in mind, these are the actual pitches that the pitcher is giving up home runs to. Somebody just said Gilberto back-to-back possibly. Let's go see. Look at Gilberto. He definitely can go back-to-back. Shoot. This man will hit a home run, then hit 2. He'll hit 2, then go back-to-back the next day. If Gilberto hits 2 bombs today, that would be crazy. Y'all see that chart? I know you see that chart. Very interesting. But that's just another way to look at things. And if you want, you can even take like the season, the last 10, the last 5, and narrow it down even more. Like, okay, main pitch he's really getting got by against righties is that sinker. So I'm going to take off the knuckle curve. Then lefties, fastball. Joe Mack, Gilberto Hernandez is still, it's still them too. So that's just another way to kind of look at it, especially if you're looking for bombs. Because a guy could see the knuckle curve really, 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 really well, but if the pitcher's not giving up bombs off that pitch, don't get me wrong, he may give up a bomb today, but it makes it more risky if the pitcher has never given up a bomb off that pitch. Now, if you see a pitch like this, the cutter, just for example, I know he's only throwing it 4% of the time, so it's not something I would even pay attention to. The reason why he's only throwing it 4% of the time, if you look further, is because he may have not given up a home run in the last 5 off this pitch, but he's getting smoked off the pitch. And that, by looking at the batting average, the slug, the ISO, the EV, all these numbers that he's giving up to that pitch, that's why he's not pitching it more than 4% right now. If that helps. Joe Mack is a dog, but he sold the world yesterday. Everybody needed him. Okay, let's look at Philly. Bryce Harper, Bryson Stott. Stott's been trying for days. And then you got Derek Hill as well on a highlight, but no odds, so I don't know if he's going to play or not. Appreciate you with that follow. Okay. What's the next game? Baltimore at Detroit. Baltimore at Detroit. Nobody for Detroit is popping up highlighted at first look. Let's see. Still no highlights. Riley Green. Finally got somebody to highlight, and it's Riley Green. Boring.
So how do you like to incorporate wind into how you bet players or not so much?
I do. I see that the wind is blowing out to the right 18 miles an hour. So I mean, generally thinking that's gonna help the lefties and any righties that have like a higher oppo percent. So I mean, this wind favors lefties in Detroit because it's blowing to the right 18 miles an hour, and most lefties go to the right, and righties do as well, but only like it's oppo. That's what they call oppo. So I mean,
Mhm.
I do. However, a lot of times when the wind is like super high like this, the books overreact and price everybody like 500 points lower than they should be. And I tend
Yeah.
to I tend to completely ignore the shit. Like I will just skip the game and be like, I'm not about to just go and take these people just because, like, like when they have the odds super low, and I know that, like, let's say Nico Horner's on 700 or something just because the wind's blowing out 20 miles an hour. I'm not about to take that because I've watched so many games like that, and they start off so quiet and sometimes end with 0 home runs.
Okay.
Kiki said Outman looks good. I seen him on the books earlier, girl, but then he wasn't, so I don't know if he's gonna play or not. He don't look bad though. I ain't mad at it. You're pretty good at Outman, so I'm definitely not mad at that. Line Slayer said, Stack, Petty, 318. Congrats. I know that's right. Run it up, run it up, run
Oh
it
shit,
up.
collab. The 300 is at what, 311 shared viewers right now? That's fire.
Oh, shit. Did we win?
Oh no, Twitch, I guess Twitch wasn't gonna let me keep the channel prediction running the whole week. But yeah, I mean, I already knew you were gonna win. I mean, you already have a community, so it's like unless I mean, yeah, I mean, yeah, there's no way. I don't see anyone beating 300,
I see a couple of
and I
people
think
saying
my
they
peak
like,
was 125. So yeah, nobody was beating this for sure.
I think some people were asking about Dingler, huh? Why y'all like Dingler?
Mhm.
Let me see. Okay. I pull up his chart here and it looks a little different. I ain't mad at it for whoever likes him, but he's just not my top choice. How you Lee? Y'all asking about How you Lee. He looks pretty good, but he's missing some statistics that I personally look for. So, but what I will say is he was about 8 feet short yesterday of a home run. He needs to now, with that, if he hits that same hit today with this wind, it's gone. It should be gone anyway, unless he gets like a dead ball. Okay, let's look at Baltimore, who I just generally hate so much because they be having like 10 people that look good and nobody goes yard. Like, Jesus.
Okay, so not to cut you off right here, how often do you weigh in like fading teams or players? Like, do you have a complete team ban list? Like, you look
Yeah.
at them for the community, but you don't bet on the team. Like, how do you go about that process?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely there's some games that I just skip. Like whenever they're playing in San Francisco, I tend to skip it.
Okay,
Um, a lot of times those Chicago games I tend to skip just because either the wind is really bad to where it's going to be detrimental to killing home runs, or the wind is really good and the odds are just way too low for me personally, so I tend to skip those. And then like teams that I just like never do well on, like over time, I tend to like be like, okay, well, I'm just gonna leave them alone because I just
you
like
can never get
I
the read
just
right,
can't
no
ever get
matter
them
what
right.
spot.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And then like I was just saying like a couple seconds ago, if I come to a team, like I'd have to find an example to show y'all, but if I come to a team and there's 7 players highlighted, I'm just like, I'm out. Like, cause there's no way. I've seen that so many times where like the whole team lights up green and then they do nothing. Like literally
mhm,
nothing. So
okay.
yeah, it's definitely, and that's something that you just kind of grow over time of like betting. That's why everybody has their own do not play or do not bet lists. Like everybody's got their teams or players that they fade. Um, However, I have had like players before that I faded, and once they were in like a better position, I took them off my fade list type thing. Like they get traded to a better team where they have more opportunities, something like that. Um, it's not you don't always have to keep people banned or teams or certain stadiums banned either. Like San
Yeah.
Francisco's been getting a little bit better this year if anybody's noticed. Like they are hitting more home runs in San Francisco. I just rather not that field be because the minute I take somebody for a home run, it's a triple into triples alley. That guy's never hit a triple before in his entire career, and he's been playing in the major leagues for 12 years. And it's just like, you've got to
Mhm.
be kidding me. For
Yeah.
Baltimore, I'm looking at Christian Incarnation Strand and Kobe Mayo. For anybody asking, like, oh, does Kobe Mayo go back to back? Yes, he does. He's actually gone like 3 or 4 games in a row before. And Christian Incarnation Strand, I had liked him yesterday, but he didn't play. And that still qualifies as a day late for me because he's a day late. He should have played yesterday, kind of thing. Um, Dylan Beavers, I'm done with him. That's somebody who's going on the bans list. I used to be so good at him last year, and now this year he just doesn't ever want to hit a home run. I see. It's all good, Dylan. Beavers. Oracle, you got to be a pull hitter. Oh no, that's right. What is this game? Blue Jays at the Nationals. We already have James Wood written down, okay, y'all? Because we gonna see. Every time he hits 2, he skips the next day and goes the next day. And guess when the next day is? Today. However, with that being said, CJ Abrams and Andre Chaparro also look really good. CJ Abrams, I believe, was also walked twice yesterday. So they was scared shitless of CJ Abrams and James Wood. Both got walked twice. And with good reason because CJ Abrams has been going insane in the membrane. So, hold on though. I need to look at Chaparro. Well, no odds, so I can't look at his little charty chart here. So that kind of sucks. because I don't know if he's ever gone back to back, but I think he has, just off the top of my head. Down here for Toronto. So here's something. Toronto has been absolutely terrible to me this year. Like, just terrible. I hate betting on them. They never do what they're supposed to. But with that being said, Kazuma Okamoto and Brandon Valenzuela popping off via the prop finder highlights. Don't overthink it. Schneider was popping off earlier too, but Schneider and Valenzuela, who look really good, have no odds. So that's really weird. If either one of them sneak into the lineup, I would probably come back and look at them again. The only one with actual odds, though, is Okamoto. And when was the last time he went yard? He's due. Oh, never mind. A couple days ago. 3 games ago. So not too bad. He could go longer, though, without a homer. He does look pretty good, though. It is Cade Cavalli, but I feel like some of the pitchers, random thought, hot take, some of the pitchers that used to be ass last year are all of a sudden just like the best pitchers in the world. And then like some of the pitchers that were really great last year are just like super ass now. Does anybody else think that? Because I've definitely seen that. Okay, we're going to move on because both these teams are so untrustworthy sometimes. Washington been killing it. Miles Straw's going to, man, Ace Captain. Fuck Miles Straw. Luis Urias went yesterday. Off the righty, might I add. Kiki said Abrams looks great. You know, he's probably pissed about getting walked yesterday twice. How do you get the free sub for having Amazon? Exclamation point Amazon in my chat if that's what you were asking about. It'll drop the link for you. Okay, what's this next game? Cleveland at Cincinnati. I think this is one where I could show y'all how. This is the second game of a doubleheader. So normally, I also don't bet on doubleheaders. It's something that I'm just like, nope, no, thank you. I'm out because.
Yeah, but I love to fade the doubleheaders.
Because you take somebody for the first game and they don't go till the second game.
Especially the day game, because you leave the day game alone and hope that
The
the
night
person
game
that
is the
looked
one
good in
that's
the d
good.
yep,
Yep.
yep,
Mm-hmm.
mhm,
Yeah. So I
facts.
usually tend to fade those games too. But Ellie De La Cruz, who also looked pretty good for game 1, is now looking good for game 2.
You know what's crazy? I think he hit a single. Let me see, he's coming up right now, but he just hit a single, like, 112 or 115 or some
Oh
shit
yeah,
like
so
that.
he's warming up. So if he doesn't go this
Yeah,
game, he's definitely
112.
going next game.
Yeah.
How did Andrew Velasquez look for Kansas City? I don't even think I got to that game yet. It's next.
How do you like when do you like when I hate it, man. I like you just gotta watch, guys. We're gonna cook up in order.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If
Mm-hmm.
you missed the whole stream, I mean,
Watch the
that's
replay.
unfortunate, but yeah,
Watch
you
the
can watch the
replay.
replay, but we're gonna go in order. I can't
Or
me
ask
jumping
somebody in
through
the chat.
games.
Ask them, like,
Yeah.
I tell the chat to help each other, like, and then honestly, whenever they do that, I just be like, we're going game by game. We haven't got there yet. If we passed it already, that's when I'm like, okay, chat, can you help them out? Because if I try to figure out who I had, it's gonna take us back like 10 minutes because half the
Yep.
time I
And if
don't
you
even
just jumping
remember.
around,
I
yep.
smoke a lot of weed. Like, come on now, y'all. Like,
Facts,
that's why I
facts.
keep a list over here in the save props because half the time I wouldn't even remember. I'd have to go back and watch my own replay. You know, and that's why my girl Kiki during NBA, she keep notes for us because NBA is so important and so like
Fire.
delicate that she keep notes for us.
Just
um,
fire.
check out K. Brian Hayes. He probably goes like K. Brian Hayes. I was just gonna say something about him. He did look a little interesting. Once I started like decreasing the lower pitched pitches, he fell off. But don't get it mistaken. Like with those players that are like a player like K. Brian Hayes or like, you know, a long shot player, those lower pitched pitches that the pitchers usually keep in their back pocket because the known guys smash those pitches, they tend to make mistakes and throw those pitches to the guys that they think they're going to get away with a mistake. And long shots tend to punish mistakes. That's kind of what's been going on this year. Petty, you didn't bring the crew? No, I did not. Auntie is on vacay. And the rest of my crew is in the chat. You know what I'm saying? South Stewart also looks pretty good. I wonder if he goes back to back. like back to back in the same day. um okay. Let me look at the other side. I was looking for the picture because they don't have the pitcher for Cincinnati for the second game. Who the heck is Jose Franco? Okay. Who is that? I ain't never seen that picture a day in my life. And guess what? He's not here on Prop Finder, which means we out. Because I'm not gonna break my neck over a doubleheader. Sorry, y'all. All right, Kansas City at Minnesota next. Let's see. Ryan Creedler, huh? Very interesting. That's really interesting, actually. I'm caught off guard. Okay, Brooks Lee, Trevor Larnach. I also tend to really hate pitchers like Seth Lugo. Okay. And the reason why is because
Yep.
why he got 7 different pitches all pitched the same percent. Like choose 2 or 3, man. So it's like you have to like look at so many different things because he's pitching like all these pitches at the same percent. It's so annoying. Like him and Michael Wacha, can't stand them because they both do this with their pitch mix, and it's just like, bro, could you just pick like three pitches max and all the other ones could be like 10%? But like if you look at his pitch mix, sinker 23, slider 15, fastball 15, sweeper 14, cutter 13, curveball 9. Like you got way too much of a pitch arsenal for me. Like you that rude. Okay. And with the majority of the pitches that are pitched 15% or higher, which is just a number that has been instilled in my brain since game day, Ryan Creedler is the one popping off. Now, I don't even really want to like take any more pitches off of here just because his pitch arsenal is just all over the place. So I'm not even going to really take anything off of here. And now with a guy like this, I would probably just find a different spot. Like I'm not going to cause myself to have a headache because I can't figure it out. But also, this is where you could come here and be like, okay, let's go to the pitch arsenal. Let's look at his last 5 games. In his last 5 games, the pitches he's giving up the most bombs are to these pitches. And that's when you could utilize this as like a narrow it down kind of thing to figure out which pitches you should focus on the most with a pitcher like this who pitches everything that they got in their arsenal every single game. Y'all better be behaving in the chat. Don't make me cuss you out.
Yeah, I don't know what this guy's talking about.
I just seen it. Behave, crooks. But guess what? Since you in here right now, crooks, guess who's finna go today? Crooks.
It was.
Yeah, I don't know what the.
I want to say that because he said that in your chat, so it's definitely not because I told him to buy a sub. I don't even sell plays. Like that's not even my goal. So like that's just like I don't even know what he's talking about. So
Yeah,
that guy's crazy.
Don't let him. Petty do not play. No, I do not. You know, I'm gonna cuss him out and put him on timeout if y'all don't behave. Behave. Carter Jensen's popping off here. You know, one thing about Carter Jensen is while he is finally going yard at nighttime, this man loves a good day game. So I tend to just be like, all right, have a good night. Let me see, is there anybody else? Nobody without. So somebody had asked about Andrew Velasquez earlier. I'm not seeing odds, so I don't know that he'll play. Same here with Starling Marte. They both have some interesting numbers I would look at. Not necessarily like, oh my God, I have to take this kind of thing, but interesting numbers that I would probably look at further if either one of them were to be placed into the lineup and confirmed. If they're not confirmed, I'm not going to break my neck over it until I see them actually in a lineup, and then I just go back and look at them. Nick Lofton was looking interesting, but he's going through a little cold streak right now. If you look through his at bats, though, he definitely due for like a double, some kind of extra base hit. He just hit 2 games ago. Interesting. He could definitely do that. Hit, skip a game, and then hit again. His exit velocity was just a bit lower than I'd like, and I think he likes the daytime a bit better. And the pitcher is giving it up more to lefties. However, Taj Bradley is a sweetheart, so he could give up multiple home runs if Kansas City actually does their job, which I know one Kansas City fan really, really well, and he told me to leave their hitters alone because they sucked. But then, like a week later, they actually started doing their job. So I don't know if that's his current opinion anymore. Jack looked good. My girl Kiki says she hoped Luke Maley play. Ooh, long shot for real. Let's see. Yankees at the White Sox. Take off these 11 percenters. We're going to take off that 14% too. Muntaka Murakami, Miguel Vargas. And then Sam Antonasi's also poking out right here. I do not like that price though. $675 for Antonasi? What's going on? The wind blowing out to right, 16 miles an hour. The books are over-exaggerating. Over-exaggerating. Now, does that mean I'm saying he won't go? No. However, me personally, I'd probably wait for his odds to go up live. Because they're over-exaggerating the fact that the wind is blowing out 16 miles an hour to right, which is going to favor the lefties, and the pitcher is giving it up to lefties. So okay. There we go. Oh, I didn't mark him. There we go. Okay, what about this other side? Wait, I'm sorry. Jazz Chisholm is how much? He's plus 700. Somebody fact check that. Ain't no way. Jazz Chisholm and Austin Wells are the guys that are coming up on these highlights. And Jazz Chisholm being plus 700 just does not sit right with me. The pitcher giving it up more to righties, so maybe that's why, because it's lefty. But if I were to take anybody lefty, it would be Jazz. He liked to hit lefty. So does Cody Bellinger, but isn't Bellinger on IL? Pretty sure. Wells is pretty good lefty too, but you know what's gonna happen? He's gonna hit a double and piss me off. And the funniest thing is, Yankees have quite a few lefty killers, but none of them are popping off against this pitcher specifically, which is strange. So let's take it back to like last 15, just because they may not see they may have not seen a lot of lefties, and still no righties are popping up. That's crazy. Wells 630. I ain't mad at Wells. I'm definitely not mad at Wells. Top shelf. Jazz is out. Okay, thank you. Somebody said Jazz was about to get nuked. Appreciate you with that follow.
Yeah, I was definitely seeing Wells in my filters, but
Yeah.
I don't
No,
know if
Wells is
I'm
in my
gonna.
filters too.
I don't know if I'm gonna actually make the bet on him,
Let me see
kind of thing.
something. He likes to double too. Be
Because I don't
pissing
really
me
like
off.
taking lefties. Do you like targeting lefty, or it just is it hitter dependent, or
It's
if the
hitter
data's there?
dependent. It's hitter dependent because
Okay.
there are some hitters out there that are just like really good lefty, or there's hitters that, like, let's say for example, Corbin Carroll from the Diamondbacks.
Mm-hmm.
When he's facing a lefty and he has a good matchup, literally run his double or his triple, because half the time it's more a double or a triple than a homer when it's lefty. So it's
Okay.
definitely like hitter dependent. It's definitely hitter
The fan
dependent.
insider report, chat. Fan insider report. So make sure y'all know. Lefty, double, triple for Corbin.
Yes. And shit, that lefty too. or the sorry, not the lefty too, the triple more likely, especially when he's facing like a lefty and he's got a good matchup. That's how I've caught his
Okay.
triple a couple of times. And if you ever see Corbin Carroll's triple at like higher than plus 2,000, the books are smoking crack. That's how I've caught his triple a couple times too. I caught his triple at like plus 3,500 or some shit like that on DraftKings, and I was just like, I didn't even look at the matchup. I'm like, is y'all crazy? Corbin Carroll's triple on any given day should not be 3,500. And he tripled that day. It was crazy. He did have a good matchup though. I went back and checked it after I bet it. Petty, am I looking at games or plate appearances? I am looking at games, sir. You already know. I could change it to plate appearances if you want, but
No,
you
no, no.
already know I
Keep
like the
it for what
games.
you. This is the Petty Queen cookup.
This is this. You know I love the games. Look at Dominguez, Jason Dominguez. So from Jump Street, his stats look like garbage. But let's see if I can see what you're seeing. I mean, he could do it. It's just not something enough for me. And then see, you have guys like Ben Rice who has smoked 9 lefties. So it's like some guys are just really good lefty lefty.
Facts.
Chicago Cubs at St. Louis. I noticed you turned off the plate appearances in your settings. Oh, yeah. I turned off the plate appearances in my settings because, I mean, that's just telling you their average plate appearances, right? Like, I don't need that. Oh, I get what you're saying because it shows you how many plate appearances they've had in the mix. I could put it on there for you. The other one was the average plate appearances per last 5. Okay. So Alec Burleson sold my girl yesterday and he was supposed to go. So now here he is again. Watch his raggedy ass go. And then Jimmy Crooks actually
You
looks,
definitely want to target a lefty. Or well,
yeah.
Colin Ray is looking like
Mm,
the home run per 9 is really high for righties.
yeah. And
Two
then let's
right
see.
there.
Last 5 mainly righties.
That's
Last
righties.
3 only righties. Let's see. And surprisingly, his walk rate to lefties has come down too. And he's seeing like he's seeing more lefties than he's seeing righties. So he's
Yeah.
probably like really trying to work on not giving it up to lefties, but in return, he's getting smoked by righties now. So you actually kind of want a righty. Not gonna hold you, which
That's why
if
everybody's on Jordan Walker probably today.
right. And here he won the home run derby and ain't hit a home run since.
I don't like
Just
him. I don't like betting on him personally. He's
uh
never won me money. I've bet on him in every perfect spot, lefty, fastball, right. I've
I
bet every
hope
spot for this guy.
Nelson Velasquez pops in the lineup because I'm not seeing odds right now, but his numbers actually look pretty good. And I think he had a pretty deep fly out yesterday, if I remember correctly. That would be the righty I'd probably go with. But Ivan Herrera doesn't look too bad either. No barrel though.
Yeah.
It's not. But here's my thing. That's why I like the air percent. Because while he doesn't have no barrel or a pearl barrel in these stats that I'm looking at right here, the air percent is an 80%. And that just tells
Okay.
me he could definitely catch one. Um,
Okay.
so that's just definitely something I look at. Mm, okay. Well, we need to find a picture. Hold on. Let's see. Michael McGreevy. Didn't they demote him? Maybe they must have called him back up. I could have swore they sent his ass to AAA. Sent him packing. Why is Nico at 1,400? You talking about Nico Horner? That's what he's supposed to be at. What you want him at? He's actually at 1,600 on Fanatics. I seen his odds was like 900 yesterday. That's disgusting for Nico Horner. Somebody that only goes like 5 times a year should be plus 1,600, plus 2,000 every day. And that's just like home run math. I don't even know what to call that. Nico homered yesterday, Zariah. Iron Ghost, Mac, Alec Contreras, Kyle Schwarber, the Mac parlay. Oh my God. Not you making a
Wait,
Mac parlay
Stephen
with
Kwan?
Mac in it. Wait, what?
Nah, I seen something on Twitter. I thought I seen something else. Never mind.
I thought you were about to say Stephen Kwan went yard. I was like, hey,
Mm,
Stevie.
I opened Twitter. I seen a stolen base ticket from Stephen Kwan. I thought it was a
Oh,
home
okay,
run, so
okay.
I went to
I
look.
was gonna say Stephen Kwan does like a good day game, but he ain't been the same this year at all. Why is Nico? Now that y'all said Nico, he's on my highlights. Why in the hell is he? He's on the long shit highlight, but still, that's hilarious.
Plus 1,600?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
He's got, his fly ball's a little lower. The barrel's not as high as I'd like. He does have the air percent, the home run to fly ball. A couple of other numbers that do look pretty decent, but that is so funny. Y'all talked it into existence. Put him on there. And then I got Suzuki PCA also popping off on a highlight. Conforto looks really good, but no odds, so I don't know if he'll play. Patrick Bailey and Chase DeLauder letting you down. Betting on a doubleheader is what's letting you down. No, I'm just playing. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be mean. I'm sorry. I told y'all leave them games alone.
I tell them every day too, and they still do what they do. So
I'll be getting the answer, but Peter Lambert, you suck. Look at his pitch mix, y'all. Just like Michael Walker and Seth Lugo. So annoying. Zach Neto. But let's take off all these 13 percenters. Oh, once you take off all the 13 percenters, it's Vaughn Grissom again. Vaughn Grissom is relatively new, so he doesn't have any like back-to-back history. Now, if you're a true gen, you could go and look through minor league logs and see if he's ever gone back-to-back in the minors. However, I'm not going to do that. But you can do that. And here's my thing. He's been seeing the ball really, really well. If he's not going to hit a home run, he is a doubles guy as well. So he does like to hit doubles. Let's see. Other than that, I feel like the Angels been kind of quiet lately. No, I think so. Except for like guys like Grissom. However, did anybody else have Nick Allen on a highlight? I hope he plays today because his odds going to be like 1,800. And he looks crazy. 100% air. 50% fly ball, 50% hard hit, 50% pulled air, 25% pulled barrel and barrel, 95.2 exit velocity. He looked crazy. He don't play today though. Jose Altuve just might go yard. Not take the bank saying Nick Allen is 3 weeks late. And right after that, Iron Ghost mentioning Chandler Simpson. I'm about to ban Chandler Simpson's name from my chat. I told y'all, leave Chandler Simpson alone. That man is never going to hit a home run. Never. Never. Kiki said, every time someone looks good, they don't play out, man. Exactly. D said, Simpson, don't piss her off. Can you check Pena? Yes. The only thing I'm concerned about is, do y'all see that? Do you see how long he went before hitting another home run after hitting 2 earlier in the season? He might have been hurt a little bit through here, though, too. So don't quote me. But still. And then look, we look back at last year, too. He hit 2 home runs and skipped like 2 weeks before he went yard again. No, thank you. Kiki said Altuve. Yes, ma'am. Kiki said Altuve and Smith. Okay, I was looking at Smith out of the corner of my eye, Kiki. So now you talking. Lucas Spence looks really good. He's not highlighted. Looks really good. Been waiting on his first home run for I don't know how long. He is now dead to me, which means he'll probably finally go because he's dead to me now. Okay. And Reed Debners sucks. Okay. Don't let any of his good starts fool you because he's trash. Okay, he's back to giving up bombs. Good. Mike Trout hit a homer last year on July 27th. Mike Trout is asleep right now. Okay. Let's see. When was the last? Trout ain't gone yards since July 8th. That is beyond due. Like overdue to the overdue to the overdue. They call in the collections company on that ass type of thing now. You know? You scared to say it? I'm not Trout ass. Don't make me laugh because I have to pee. Okay, y'all, give me like 2 minutes, and then we're almost through the slate. So give me 2 minutes. StackinTv is gonna keep you occupied because I gotta go pee. I'll be right back.
Oh shit, perfect switch because I definitely just went to the bathroom. What's going on, chat? What's going on, chat? Hopefully you guys are liking stuff like this. Shout out to Petty Queen for coming on to my stream. I stream every day and night. Every night is more so a lock. 12 a.m. Eastern every night. W Petty Queen, everybody in her chat spam hi. I can see y'all chat. Hello, 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 everybody. Gavin Sheets. If I look on my prop finder, because I got mine pulled up over here on my other monitor, right? Hello, there we go, chat. There we go. Hello, chat. Hello, Petty Queen's chat. Manny. Let me see. Let me pull up some names. You said Gavin. So I talked about Gavin. So I've been doing creator week with all type of creators. So we talked about Gavin Sheets last night on my stream with Jake from Prop Finder. We liked it, but it wasn't like a spot that we loved, right? Not something that is really like crazy. I think in that game I was leaning more Manny. I think if you go I like plate appearances, chat. I know she likes the games, but if you look last 10 plate appearances to the top 3 pitches for Manny Machado, he has a 95 average EV, 22% barrel, 11% pull barrel, 33% fly ball, home run fly balls at 33%, line drives at 33% as well. So I like Manny Machado for sure. That's my favorite Padre as always, but my chat knows that. But for those that don't know, I personally always like Manny. So yeah, Manny top 3 pitches. He said Merrill. If we look at top 3 pitches for Merrill, it's Jackson Merrill. So if Jackson Merrill gets the top 3 pitches, he has a 94.5 average EV, a 25% barrel, a 50% hard hits, good fly ball, low ground ball stats as well. So for sure.
For everybody in my chat, I'm
Manny and Joe
back.
Mack. Okay, she's back, chat.
For everybody in my chat asking who this is, it is StackinTv. We are in the middle of a collab stream. Been posting about it for like the last 24 hours.
Yes. Hey, you can continue. They were asking me about Manny and Gavin Sheets.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got y'all. And for anybody else, or for anybody out there asking, or any of my people from the playback days, StackinTv been with us since the playback days, okay?
Facts.
So he ain't new.
Facts.
Y'all just don't know who he was before today. Around here, anyway.
Facts.
But I also know that we share viewers. Not everybody, but we do share some mutual viewers. So
the collab was well worth it and overdue for sure. I mean, I just got my community, so I just got, all of this to even start doing collabs and stuff. So I appreciate you even saying yes, and most cappers and stuff don't respond.
A lot of people don't even respond and shit like that.
Or so
yep.
We all know those things. So thank you once again.
YSN said, what pitchers did you say have crazy pitch mixes? Seth Lugo, Michael Waka, Peter Lambert. I don't like it when they have like 12 different pitches that they're pitching all at like the same percent, because then it just makes it hard to narrow stuff down. So for example, I'm looking at who's this? Michael Lorenzen. Oh my God, this is the perfect example because he's another one. Because guess what? I forgot he used to play for Kansas City, and this is who I was talking about. I wasn't talking about Michael Waka. I was talking about Michael Lorenzen. He be pissing me off too. He's got a lot of pitches, and they're all pitched at like the same percent. However, he does have a couple pitches he likes to rely on most, which are the sinker to righties and lefties. He likes that change up fastball. Luis Campisano, Ty France, Jackson Merrill, all popping off when I decrease the pitches. When you add them back, Jackson Merrill is still there. Manny Machado is there, but Manny Machado is being highlighted because of the sweeper. I don't know if anybody noticed that.
So for me, I was looking at the last 3, I mean, top 3 pitches, last 10 plate appearances, and Manny was what was popping for me only in that game.
And
So I
this
don't let me see the sweeper.
this pitcher's giving it up mainly to lefties.
When I put the sweeper in plate appearances, that's crazy. When you put it in on games, it makes it pop, but then when I take sweeper out, it takes him off my highlight for plate appearances. So I wonder what that is,
Right.
why that's like that.
Um, the pitcher giving it up mainly to lefties too. It's probably just gonna be fucking Jackson Merrill.
Yeah, you definitely want a lefty. Holy, Michael Lorenzen
Yeah.
is cooked.
Mm-hmm. Jackson Merrill is probably my favorite lefty today. Keep in mind, Padres don't have a lot of lefties. It's literally like Jackson Merrill, sing me a song. Yes, I called him sing me a song because I don't know how to say that. Jake Cronenworth, Gavin Sheets. That's literally it. And now they have Luis Rengifo, who is a switch hitter, so he does add on to the lefties. But it's a very small lefty pool for the Padres, which is weird. They should go get themselves some more lefties.
Facts.
um,
I feel like Philly needs better righties.
right.
They have some good lefties
They have,
already, but they
yeah,
need better
they
righties.
sure do, because a lot of their righties just love to strike out. Freddie Crooks is dying because I said sing me a song. That's his name. Is that not sing me a song? That's his name. And whenever he goes yard, I sing myself a song. Okay? All right. That's how I correlate. Leave me alone. As long as they make us some money, that's all I care about. They shouldn't have made their name so hard to pronounce. Okay? For real though, it's Sung Mung Song. Okay? And when Isam sing or song or whatever it is starts to play for the Diamondbacks, that parlay is gonna bang so hard. It's gonna be like sing me a song with the other song.
So not to cut you off, I see a fire question in the chat.
Yeah.
What do you how do you go about pairing lays? Like,
So you're not gonna like it.
I mean, whatever
um,
works, right?
but for me, it has a lot to do with, first of all, like these highlights on Prop Finder. Let's just start there. Let's say you pull, and this is why I keep telling Prop Finder that they need to add like color code to the saved
Oh, you've
props.
already told them? Yeah, I
Yes.
mean,
Yes.
they definitely know, but
I
they
definitely
definitely
told them
know.
that because in that scenario, you put like players together. So if you have a pool of riskier players, you're going to want to keep your riskier players with your riskier players and then your chalk with your chalk. Now, this is just how I personally do it. I have a girl that's in our Discord and one of our cappers. She literally always puts like one long shot with a chalk guy and be smacking like no other like that. But every time I try to do that shit, the chalk guy is the one who sells me and I be pissed the hell off. So I tend to just keep my long shits together. You can keep the same kind of odds together. I don't know if anybody ever pays attention to that MLB home run page, but let's say we get the first 2 bombs are a C. The rest of the day, C named players are finna go crazy. So yes, I do pair based on the letters in your name. Sometimes I even get even crazier. Like, let's say, and mind you, everybody has to have a good matchup. I'm not just going and putting together people that have the same last name or something like that. Like, if they both have
They
a
still
good
have to match a
matchup,
good matchup.
then
Mhm.
yes, I will put them together in the same play. However, I also will do some crazy shit like, I think today's gonna be an easy day. Eugenio Suarez, Heriberto Hernandez. They all have like that easy at the end of their name. It's all, and that's why we call it girl magic, because dudes be looking at us like, girl, you crazy. But then once they see that shit smack, they be like, damn, she was right. Just like, that's why. So did anybody see the 2-man that I smacked yesterday? Gilberto Hernandez and Tyrone Taylor? What's the commonality that you see with those two players? First of all, they had the same odds. Had amazing matchups. Second of all, I want to see what y'all say. TT, HH, HH, and TT, double initials. They both had double initials. And then to top it off, Taylor Trammell also went. Taylor first name,
Oh shit.
Taylor last name. Tyrone Taylor, Taylor
Yeah,
Trammell. And they both have double T in their initials. Like, put them bitches together. Mind you, I'm going to say it one more time. Do not just put names together.
you know what's
It's just
crazy?
like
We
a
did that.
tip to pair.
Yeah, we did that last week. I had what Manny Machado, Max Muncy, and Murakami. And
Yeah,
Murakami hit a 6 out of 30.
yeah,
So
exactly.
the lay was supposed to hit, but I mean, some things
The,
you just can't control.
and that's just like sometimes, like, I don't know if y'all be following my girl Janae, but like, you seen that 2-man long shot she hit a week or so ago was Jeff McNeil and James McMahon in the same game?
Wow, that's fire.
Same fucking initials. The same initials, and
Same
both
game
had
too.
Mick in their last name in the same game, nonetheless. Like, it's just the universe be playing right in our face, y'all. You gotta observe. You gotta be able to recognize and observe certain shit and be like, okay, well, I can apply that to my pairs when I'm
So
trying to
with
figure out who to pair who with from my list of everybody that's in a good matchup.
with a theory like that, do you ever like to look at like say like on holidays or whatever who hit last
Yeah.
year or
I always look for
okay.
that. On holidays, I always go and find last year's, probably like the last 2 years of holiday videos.
Mhm.
And then I just go through it. I find out who does it or who does it often. That kind of shit does tend to play true a lot, just because there's certain
Definitely
players
does.
that like to show out on holidays, versus, a regular day. Just like, if it's Mother's Day, Freddie Freeman, I don't give a crap what his matchup looked like. He finna go for his mama, and he might hit too. Just saying. And then there's like Wilson Contreras and William Contreras. Father's Day, Mother's Day, both of them dudes like to go, and they like to go together. Nolan Arenado love to go on Mother's Day or Father's Day, because guess what? He loves his parents. You know what I mean? So,
Facts. Okay, so we do like kind of the same thing then with that
yeah.
because I've been
hmm
doing that since the season started for sure.
Now, however, I know a lot of people are probably thinking like, well, what about birthdays? Birthdays are hit or miss. And a lot of times they don't do anything on their birthday unless like they're a super long shot where
So you
nobody's
want to
even
hear
looking.
So you want to hear a crazy story? So literally one lay I watched, so I think it was what chat Shohei and Manny Machado had a birthday on the same day or something,
Mm-hmm.
and they didn't go. So I went to look, I watched a video from last year of like the day after to see if they went the day after their birthday.
Yeah.
And Shohei did go.
Yeah.
But not only in that video did Shohei hit the day after his birthday, I think it was Ben Rice hit his first 3 career home runs, and James Wood hit his first career home run on that day too. So I paired all of them together, and then it hit
Yeah.
on this year.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. That should be happening too.
that's
Like, Not always does it happen, but that, like, and this is why I'm so convinced that they be looking at everything like we do and factor in everything to it, because just the other day, they put Connor Wong in the lineup, and Connor Wong hadn't been in the lineup in days. And two, he was facing a right-handed pitcher. If you know Connor Wong, he's much better against lefties. So then I go looking and I'm like, well, why would they just randomly put him into the lineup against a righty? Mind you, he did not go that day. But when we were looking, it had literally been a month exactly since his last home run. So the team was just trying something to see if he was going to hit again,
Mm,
because he had hit the previous month on that exact day. That kind of shit does go. And when you're looking at though, and you're looking at, like, let's say you're looking at last year to this year, you have to keep in mind that from one year to the next, the day is always like a day further, if you get
mhm.
what I'm saying. So like last year's, July 28th was a Monday, not a Tuesday. So it's like
Facts.
a day later. So you have to kind of think, like, sometimes a guy will have a home run on that exact day from last year, but you're a day early because or you're a day early or a day late because it's not the exact same day of the year, if that makes sense.
Facts.
So, but a lot of times when it comes to birthdays, players go the day before or the day after. And it applies with all sports. I'm not going to hold you. And for who just said NBA and NFL players show out on their birthday, though? Stop playing with me. NBA do not show out on their birthday. Stop playing with me. It's Krills. Them motherfuckers don't be doing shit on their birthday. They do it the next day. They do it the next day in the NBA. And the only reason why I know that is because somebody that I pay attention to on Twitter, I can't even remember his name right now because it's just not there. He literally used to take advantage of players the day after their birthday because they would shit the bed on their birthday and go crazy the next day.
Hmm.
So just saying. I can't speak to the NFL though because I don't be paying attention to that. Iron Ghost. I know you did not just say what's NFL. You trolling right now. Boston. Wait, did we look at Colorado? Oh, I didn't even say anybody from Colorado because they all look like not that great.
Yeah, they kind of all look mid today. Wasn't no spots I liked either in
Yeah,
this
it
game.
was like, if I had to pick anybody, he's not highlighted, but Jake McCarthy. And then I'd be like, all right, I'm out. Um, them raggedy ass NBA players do not perform on their birthday. Y'all so funny. Boston at the Athletics next. Um, should have been more about. I can't believe they injured Curtis Mead in his first game with the Boston Red Sox. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Jonah Heim looked decent, and so does Henry Bolt. I feel like I've been saying Bolt's name for like a year, though. Oh, and look, Jonah Heim could definitely go back to back. He has done it before. Interesting. Who would I pair as a third with Joe Mack and Manny? You're going to have to give me a minute. Joe Mack and Manny. I'd throw another M in there. Joe Mack, Manny Machado. J last name or an M first name? That's what I would throw in there. Somebody from the list that you like. Wilyer Abreu, Sadzene Rafaela, Romy Gonzalez are coming up. Just off the bat. Is it a lefty? It sure is. Gauge jump. So Romy Gonzalez is probably going to be in the lineup today. Let's see, Rafaela. Rafaela does go back to back. So he could definitely go back to back. He definitely loves a good righty. When the hell is Trevor Story coming back, man? I miss him. For
Yeah, I feel
real.
like I haven't seen his name since last year. Did he even do any? Did he play this year yet?
He played this year for a little bit and then I think he got hurt, but I definitely haven't seen him in forever. No Jones. Who are you talking about? Jemai Jones? Oh, I forgot Jemai Jones over here too. Jemai Jones at plus 335. You could have it. You could have it.
I don't think he would ever make a slip at 335.
No, absolutely not. You could have it. You could have it. I'd rather take Rafaela at plus 600, and that's a little low for me for Rafaela. Look at this, like Caleb Durbin plus 700. I know Gage has been giving it up lately, but Sam, like, they're overreacting because Sutter is like a smaller stadium, so they're definitely overreacting when it comes to these prices. That's crazy. Like, Willier Abreu is higher than Jemai Jones. Get the hell out of town.
Yeah, that's insane.
Get the hell out of town. You're in Boston now. We got showers right now, chance of thunderstorm. Well, good thing they're not in Boston, my friend. They are not in Boston. They are in Sacramento. Okay. So we've come to Milwaukee at the Giants. I can't stand this stadium, but I'm going to cover it just because we in here anyway. So we might as well. Willie Adames, Casey Schmidt. I also know though, Casey Schmidt left yesterday's game. Don't know how serious it is, but just tread lightly there. Ramos also looks pretty good. Hello? And I'm so mad that I didn't run back Grant McCray. Because I had him not yesterday, but the day before that. And then he went yard yesterday. Like, how dare you? How dare you? And I see something here. Christian Koss is back. Interesting. I don't know if he's come from
Christian Koss and CES.
Right. Because Koss likes that fastball. Loves a good night game. Has not gone yard all year. Okay. He's only played 15 games, though. Okay. Interesting. Kiki says she liked McCray today. Okay, girl. I can't look at no charts for him because, of course. Devers doesn't look too bad either, but boo. Shoot, Casey Schmidt looked better, and he's probably the one that's not going to play because he got hit or whatever happened to him yesterday. Left the game early. Polly going. That's a whole different game. Thank you for reminding me about my day late, though. He's like 12 weeks late, though. No, I'm just playing. Landon Roop. So, Christian Yelich is the only one popping up highlighted. All these guys are super high priced. It's because they're in San Francisco. They're also kind of over exaggerating though. Pitcher giving it up more to righties. Joey Ortiz looks crazy. Why was he not being highlighted? His air percent's too low. So 50%. So it's not like too low to where I wouldn't take him, but he's too low to be highlighted. He does look pretty damn good, though. Can't stand him, though. Can't stand you. Just playing. Joey been selling for you for days. That means he's finna go. Ortiz is highlighted for you. You probably just have a little bit lower requirements. He's not highlighted for me because his fastball and his air percent don't hit my requirements. That's the only reason. D said we got to run the Christians. Girl, who you finna add? Christian Walker? Because when you say Christians, I know you talking about more than two. That girl love herself a 3 or 4 man. All right, we got one more game. Seattle at the Georgias. Ooh, you got gifted a sub. Make sure you say thank you. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up with the stuff, but it's hard. Appreciate you, El Tapia and SSDJ with the Prime subs. Everybody with all these new follows. Appreciate you. Yelich, Strand, Koss. Oh shit. You know Koss and Strand in the same game, right, D? Not that it matters, shit. I'll run a same game parlay any day of the week. But they're in the same game and it's San Francisco, sis. Mookie is highlighted. Yes, he is. And beware because I'm about to call him my nickname for him. And people are probably going to be like, the Dodgers fans are going to come out the woodworks like, I know you fucking lie. Anyways, Dookie Betts looks amazing. Okay. That's my guy right there. Dookie Betts. Kyle Tucker, the parlay fucker, also looks really good. And he's been respecting people's parlays lately. Don't quote me though, because the minute I put Kyle Tucker on a parlay, he finna fuck the parlay. That's why that's his nickname. Dookie Betts. Guess what though? That's a form of a term of endearment because he be cashing me all the time, especially when I call him Dookie. And I've said it to his face when he came to Arizona and played the Diamondbacks, and I'll say it again because I don't give a fuck. Cash me or don't. Either way, you still Dookie Betts. Because you a dog. That's why we call him Dookie Betts. Not because he's shit, because he's a dog. Dookie Betts. Okay? Hell no. None of the Seattle Mariners is highlighted. That's crazy. Justin Wobreski, or however you say his name, finna sit him down. Do I know his real name? Dookie? I've looked it up before, but I don't know it off the top of my head. Josh Naylor looks interesting, but he could kiss my ass. Weston Wilson loves to see a lefty come in. If he's in this lineup, I would probably I met him when he was on Boston. I used to do security for all the teams. I met mad people. That's fire. Appreciate you with that resub, Crystal Peachy B. 9 months in a row. I know that's right. There we go. Thank you, Ditto Ram. Marcus Lynn Betts. Do you know? His real name is Dog? I'm confused. Kicks for Boogie. What? Dang, I really don't like a whole lot when it comes to Seattle. Let's see though. Let's isolate this fastball. Still not a whole lot. Probably just Weston Wilson for me. Yeah, I like Weston. Weston Wilson. Oh, he's a dog. Yes. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Wait, no, you like Palacios over Fiducia? I did like Palacios. I did like Palacios. Somebody said they took Bohm at 1060. That's crazy. That's some high. I feel like we haven't seen that high odds for him in a minute. And we're not going to cover this Atlanta versus the Mets game because it got postponed to tomorrow. So, that is the whole slate, though. That it is. That it is.
That's the whole slate. How do you like to cook up after you go through everything?
I
Do you let your
tend to do.
chat decide plays, or do you like do everything on your type thing?
I mean, I usually sometimes if the chat has a really good like pairing that I like, I'll run the play with them. A lot of times though, unless I, like depending on who I'm on stream with, like maybe we'll cook up a parlay together, but a lot of times I just keep the stream to research purposes only.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Um and also it's just like there's another side of what I do when it comes to researching
Making
baseball.
plays. Okay.
Yeah, and making the actual plays and shit. And it's like odds stuff. And I just, I keep that under wrap and belt.
Wait, did I ask you that question? So did I ask you a question about? No, I didn't ask you that question. Yeah. So gatekeeping.
Yeah.
gatekeeping and keeping certain sauce to yourself. You do that for sure. Well,
Yeah,
you just
absolutely. I just said I did, and I have no
uh,
shame in it. Because
facts me either,
um,
right?
I've seen it more often than not that the same people that started out in our streams back, back in the playback days, or even now, like they come to my stream, figure out my highlights, and then go take to Twitter and make it seem like they came up with that shit on their own. Like, and so could you imagine like
Mm.
all the tricks that I've learned by just observing sports books? If I were to feed that to my community, how quickly that would get out to everybody and they mama, and how quickly the sports books would adjust because everybody now knows their secrets. Like there's some secrets that are just meant to be secrets. You know what I mean? So unfortunately, yes,
So do
some
you
things
you
are
don't
supposed to
share
be
your
gate
highlights
kept.
publicly?
I
Do
do.
you share your private? Oh, okay.
I have shown a couple of them publicly, um, but I haven't shown all of them. I think the one that I haven't shown publicly is the long shit one. But if you were paying attention earlier in the stream, I did show it.
I know that my chat was in rage. They're like, "Oh my god, filter!" They love, bro. I forgot. Jake showed his filters last night. The chat was in rage. Oh my god, screenshot, screenshot, screenshot.
Yeah.
So somebody definitely got it for sure. Um, because
Yeah.
they love that. But yeah, I agree. You probably you don't do the Twitter write up stuff, but I mean, I feel like, and I've been telling my chat, like I feel like the highlights have kind of killed the Twitter game because now, people will just post a screenshot. They won't
Mhm.
even tell you the guy's average EV. They won't tell you his
No, they'll
barrel
just post a
percent.
screenshot with the
You
highlight
can't
and
even see
expect
the
you to
stand
figure it out.
cast.
And
Yeah, you just see the color, and then the community uplifts it. Like, I mean,
yeah. And
I
the
don't know.
crazy part is half of the time they're not even showing you the whole entire picture. And then on the other
Mhm.
side of the table, you do realize that the filters can be what's the word I'm looking for? They can be manipulated after the fact. So the whole crew of people
Exactly.
that be like coming after the fact and they're like, "Oh my god, I overthought it. Look, he was on the filter." You realize that
Mhm,
those filters
mhm.
can be manipulated right
And you
before
don't
they
even they
take
don't
that
even show you the
screenshot.
stat cast. They
Exactly.
don't show you
And
the
then
stat
send it to
cast.
you, making you think that it was on their highlights, but they literally just changed their highlight before they dropped that screenshot. Like, come on now. And that is why, when you asked me earlier about changing my highlights, that's why I haven't changed my highlights since I got them. Because I'm
Okay.
true to like, I'm not gonna lie to y'all and be like, oh, it was a highlight when it wasn't. Like, I'm not gonna like, I don't want fake engagement like a lot of people are out there are doing. And I get it because it's hard to get like that
It's
engagement
hard to get
or
out there
yes, and it's
like
hard to create
first.
that community and that kind of thing. But do not build a community on dishonesty or lies because they are going to eventually figure it out and you're going to shoot yourself in the foot before you even get your foot through the door.
Exactly.
And I
Yeah,
think that's
that's
why I've been
perfect
able
way.
to build my community as large as I have been able to is because we've always been 100% transparent. Mind you, there is some stuff that I keep in my back pocket, but that's because that's just stuff
That what
that
makes
like
you
I just
you.
exactly. And
Exactly.
I already get copied on the daily basis half the time. Like I don't want my entire personality to be copied. And then it's a slap in the face because we have been doing this for however long. Somebody else steps on the scene, does it for like a day, and now they're like 100,000 followers, and everybody's all over their dick. Like, what the hell? We've been doing this shit for 3 years. Like, the fuck?
No,
Make that shit
facts,
make
facts.
sense, and it never does. So,
But you know what that is because I feel like the casual, and this is not to call out anybody in the chat, but like the majority in the casual, they just see the win. You know what I'm saying? So they see somebody win, they see somebody new come on the scene, and they're just like, "Oh,"
yeah,
and
it's
they're
a
like
shiny new
most
toy.
people. Yeah, they don't actually know what stats mean or any research, so they might be in our communities or whatever, but they see somebody, what I'm saying, win
Mm-hmm.
or what I'm saying, and boom, like, oh, that's the new guy we gotta go follow. Like, you know what
You
I'm
know what
saying?
the
But in
funniest shit
reality,
is
it's not
though?
like that.
Between me and you, between our communities, half these new profiles that are popping up are fake accounts run by another account that they already had
Mhm.
that they couldn't get no motion on. So they made a new account
Mm.
and now they're getting motion under a different name, under a different whatever. I'm
Mm,
not, I'm very observant. Your girl is very
okay,
observant. I
okay, okay.
know the people behind a lot of these newer accounts. They not who they say they are. And that's
Oh,
why I
okay.
finally started like showing my face on stream because I don't want that was the one thing that they always said to us. There's a man behind them. There's a man behind them, a man behind their plays, a man ghostwriting plays for them. And that was once they like literally just kept with that same thing over and over and over again. I was like, fuck it, I'm about to come off the camera. There ain't no fucking man over here. And I'm coming up with these
Mhm.
plays on stream live. So how is somebody feeding it to me? You know?
Facts.
So
So where do you want to lean towards a play? Two man,
um,
three man, four man? How do you as far as like a official like stream
yeah, I usually
kind of?
don't. I usually keep it to less than three, just because then you have round robin, but it gives them the option to round robin if they'd like.
Yep.
And then sometimes a two man is just not as high. I mean, I don't know whatever you want to do. I'm.
It's and trust me, it's all on you. It's this is all your show
Oh,
today. So the chat can
so
spam two threes, whatever they want, two man,
yeah, let's
three
see. Y'all want a two
mans.
man or a three man? Let's see.
Let's see who the real degenerates are with the fours and the fives. They all want the fours and the five mans and the six mans and
I cannot. Tuli says she lying. I'm in the bathroom making plays for her. Shut the fuck.
I'm not gonna lie, it's definitely split between two and three. We can't run a poll cross stream, I don't think
No,
so.
I don't think
Across,
so.
yeah.
Kicks for Boogie said
I
greedy
mean,
ass people. Three is ideal for round. Well, duh. Three is ideal for round robin. Duh.
I
Anything
think
higher than
everyone
that,
just
it
wants
gets kind
to.
of pricey. And
I
then
think everyone
also,
wants
unless
to.
the play is like plus 20,000 or higher, I don't tend to round robin because the minute you miss one leg, it decreases your payout by like $1,000. That shit's annoying. Kicks for Boogie said just pick one person each. I ain't mad at that. Two man. Shit, if we picking one person each, you're not gonna like who I'm gonna go with because I think I don't ever say this word, but I think he's a lock today. James
Who-
Wood in the neighborhood.
Oh, okay.
Kicks for Boogie said for
Wait,
$2,500 or better.
do you bet lasers or
Oh
moonshots? You
well,
don't
you
have
know
that?
what? He could do that. James Wood could hit
Do you
a.
have those
I think I do on FanDuel.
on FanDuel? Yeah,
Formal
that's
Vibe
low
said
key what
okay
I've been
three.
trying to
Never she
do.
never picks. She
But
never
James
picks
Wood, let me
James
see.
Wood.
Who can You know what's crazy? I was gonna pick James Wood, so that's easier that you said James Wood anyway. So, who do we go with on my side? I mean, to be honest, it's really for me. It's between Riley Green and Let me open my notebook. I think it's between Riley Green today and hmm, I would say like I like Matt Olson too, but
Somebody said whoever y'all pick, just play them as lasers or moonshots. I mean, if it's gonna be two chalky ass guys, we definitely could do that because it's just that's gonna be a way for you to get it better odds. And honestly, if James Wood does go yard, it's probably gonna be 110 miles an hour or more for sure. So I don't know if that's the
what's
laser or
his
the
odds even?
moonshot, but whatever. His
So
regular
right now,
odds. What are
I
they?
had ran Riley Green moonshot with Murakami moonshot, and the read on that is the wind. Like if they pull the ball and it's a fly ball, it should just carry in the wind.
Mm-hmm.
So I already ran their moonshots, but the reason I didn't like James Wood today for lasers, I wanted to take his regular home run because it's too inconsistent. Like I like to see you see like all the spots right there where it's more consistent as you could see like the 100, 105. Like right now it's kind of been inconsistent after the break. I feel like he was seeing a lot of lefties. They throw a lot of lefties at him. It wasn't I feel like he's got to wake up to seeing righties again. I feel like I don't know. But Riley Green, James Wood. What's the odds on
How are
James
you
Wood
supposed to
right
pair
now?
this list of 75 players? You do realize, to whoever just said that there's 369 players playing actually it's more than 369 players playing today because there's 16 games today. So the fact that I only gave you 76 names out of 370 players in the league. That was kind of rude. Like, that was kind of rude. I
Some
literally
people
go
don't
over
understand
every
math
single game,
ratios.
every single player. Like, and there's people on Twitter that give out 4 to 5 people a game, and everybody in the chat be like, "Oh my god, they're so amazing." So the fact that I try to keep
Yeah.
it to like 2 or 3 players per team to give you
Hey,
options, and
Petty.
also like if you do your own research, cross reference, like
I wonder,
that
is that
kind of
someone
thing.
that said
But
that
like,
from my
I
chat?
have no idea because that's a new name. I haven't seen that, but they were like, "What am I supposed to do with a list of 75 players?" Like, what?
Yeah, I don't know.
Sorry that I'm not your cup of
People
tea,
and
but I'm not
most
gonna be
people
everybody's
don't.
cup of tea. Dang, bro.
But see, most people, even if you do have a list of 70 people, you're supposed to use it as cross reference. You're not coming on here. Well, you do sell plays, but it's not like you're coming like you have to take
Yeah,
my. Yeah,
exactly.
you know what
If
I'm
you
saying?
want
This
to
is
know
a research
how I
show.
broke it down and how I paired the players, come join my paid Discord where you can
Exactly.
get
That's you
my
see.
plays that are not
Exactly.
free. Otherwise, I teach people to research on a daily basis for basically free. All you got to do is watch the ads, which is a free way to support the stream. I teach people to research so that they can do their own research, cross reference, and then give you the names that I like. Am I always going to be right? No, because I'm not God. And at the end of the day, we're predicting the future. Because at the end of the day, we cannot go out there and put the baseball bat in our own hands and hit the home run for you.
A lot of
And
things
I don't,
people don't understand. Like
sorry
we're
if I came off
predicting
like
the
a
pitch
bitch,
to be
but
thrown.
that kind of
No, of
statement is
course not.
also something that we've been dealing with since day one that we came into this space. And literally, like, they always want to ask us females, like, or women, like, you have this long ass list, too many names, da 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 da. But a man put out that same list, and you're not finna say shit. Oh, well, he must know what he's talking about.
No, I mean I agree. I personally don't. My list is normally like 21 people because I try to super fade games. And I don't like a lot of people, so that's probably somebody from my chat. I don't know what they're saying, but I see what you're saying though, because I know exactly what you're talking about, who you're talking about, right? But people gotta understand that even if there is a 70 or 80 person list out there, it's not meant for you to
To go bet
bet on all
every
those
single one of
people.
them.
You're supposed to go look in deep dive and do the intricate work of, okay, why did this person like this matchup,
Holy
or
shit.
why don't I like this matchup? You see what I'm saying? Like people don't want to actually learn. They just kind of watch
Yeah,
and they assume
they
that they'll
want
learn
us to hold
everything
their
by
hand.
watching.
They want us to
Exactly.
hold their hand. When the fucking hell did Yohel Pozo go to the Baltimore Orioles? Very interesting because I don't even remember him getting traded. And he's in the lineup for the Baltimore Orioles today. That's weird.
So James Wood and Riley Green is 1,400. Do we let the chat pick the third, or do you want to pick the third? I'll let you pick the third, or we could let the chat
Wait,
pick
who
the
was we
third.
doing?
You said James Wood. I'll say Riley Green or Murakami,
Okay.
and we could let the chat pick the third. I say we go. Who has better odds, Murakami or Riley Green? Let me see.
They said we should pick
They're
the
both
third leg
cooked.
collectively. We all when did Curtis Mead get traded? A couple days ago, L Boogie. And he's already got hurt. They hit him in the hand yesterday.
Ted says, bro, you already have him in LA. I mean, bro, like one thing you guys got to understand too. I don't know if you
Oh,
do the
I
same
hate that
thing.
too, though.
But see, my thing is like when I feel like I have a really good read on somebody for a home run, I'm gonna put them in 2, 3 lays
You're like
with
my girl
other
D.
people
You're like my girl D.
because
She does
like
the same thing.
if they
Like she'll have
go,
the one guy that she loves the most out of the entire slate in all of her parlays. And I'm going to
Mhm.
tell you one thing. Yes, sometimes it works out for you because then they go and they hit in every single thing. But if you have that one same player in every single parlay and they are the only one that sells, you finna be pissed.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I don't not like only like maybe 2 plays. Like I only have Riley Green and well, I do. Damn, I do. I would have Riley Green in 3 plays. Damn. Okay, so no Riley Green, bro. I don't know. Like I
I'm
just
not
like
even
Riley,
paying
bro.
attention
He's
to the chat, but I appreciate the chat. sticking up for me and handling that, because I don't want to be like known as like a bitch, but also that was really rude. Because you can go back and watch the replay where I explained
Yeah,
how
you explained why you liked everybody
and
in
how
the
where I
process.
explain how I pair things. That's why we have things called replays. Okay. They're probably over here like, I know she didn't give James Wood.
I mean, we can do whatever. If you we could take him off if you want to take James Wood off. I mean, yeah, they're sitting at plus 290 and plus 285 together. So I mean, they're both under 300. So we can do
James
whatever
Wood.
whatever we can do to make sure that the collab is a banger, right? If you don't like taking guys that low, then shit, we take them off. You know what I'm saying?
James Wood, Riley Green. Did Christian Incarnation Strand make the lineup? Let me see.
Is there a lineup out?
Yep, and he did not make the lineup. They suck, bro. Why the hell he not? And guess who made the lineup? James McCann. Interesting. Interesting.
So far, we're at James Wood and Riley Green, but we might be restarting. We'll see.
Um,
I like it, but I do already have Riley in like the relays.
Washington might get rained out. 85%.
Let's say
85% chance of rain in Washington.
on an
Mm.
overall rating, like what would you say you rate this slate like out of 10? Like what do you like it a lot after you look through everything? Do you like how do you
Mm.
feel about the slate?
Oh, let me look back at the weather one time. I mean, it looks actually pretty good. Like I would say like a 6 or a 7. 6, 7. I've seen
Okay.
better. And the reason why I rate
Yeah.
it like a 6 or a 7 is just because like the weather could like the temperatures in some of these places could be better. We do have like a lot of wind blowing out though. So it's definitely like a 6 or 7.
Okay, cool.
What's that? That's that shit teams do, Petty. Man, fuck the Dodgers. Oh, I ain't mad at it. Somebody was paying attention. Mr. Don't Play said Jake McCarthy, James McCann.
Yeah, I mean that those guys looked good and they have that name, the name pair.
Mm-hmm. Definitely not mad at that. Hold on. That's what I was trying to do. Look at this list of names. So Incarnation Strand is out. Trying to keep it James Wood. Riley Green. It's Dinger Tuesday too, so beware.
Yeah, I think we have what 40 something projected. Let me pull up ballpark. I think it's what
I want to see what our She Got Game site says. Hold on.
38 projected.
They rating it an average slate. 31 projected home runs on the slate according to She Got Game. Okay. Okay, and I'm gonna ignore this doubleheader because I don't bet on those. Okay. Something about me too, even though Corbin Carroll looks amazing, I don't ever put him on my slip because when I put him on my slip, he sails. So just can't do it. They told me Jazz Chisholm's in the lineup. I swear to God, I don't know why I keep. I want to take Jazzy Faye so bad.
Was you have Will you like PCA today? We could go
Is PC?
PCA.
Ew, I can't stand him. But we could go
Like,
PCA.
you don't let me see. Let me pull up one of
He
my
in
other
here though.
lines.
He definitely in here. I really like Jazz. I remember really liking Jazz.
Oh, they're in St. Louis. Winds blowing in 10 miles per hour. Never
Ew.
mind.
Ew. Never mind. Keep it simple, bro. Jazz not playing. Why do you keep telling me Jazz is not playing? He's in the lineup batting sixth. He said, wait, Jazz might be in the lineup. That's the whole reason why I brought him back up, because they were telling me that he's in the lineup. I do like him. And then I was coming back to Mookie Betts, too. Mookie Betts, Jazz Chisholm.
We could go Mookie. I'm looking at the weather right now. Wind's blowing out, 70 degrees. It's decently high humidity
Yeah,
for
I really do
Mookie
like Mookie. So
in LA.
we could do that. We could add him as the third leg if you want. Let me see. What we're
Let's see.
talking about.
James Wood, Riley Green, and Mookie Betts. First, who's this guy again? Castellore. Yep. Mookie Betts is plus 560.
Yeah.
Well, that gets delayed to like 98,
Which is
like
great for a little
9,800.
three leg.
He boosted right to the spot where it's like it's a better odds now.
98-10. I like that. Kicks for Boogie said it's my favorite players. Like, oh, she has Jazz, Mookie, CJ. That's so funny. I mean, CJ could go too. I definitely could see like multiple home runs from the Washington Nationals today, and I'm going to tell you why. Because they should have fucking had multiple home runs yesterday against their old pitcher, Max Scherzer, but instead they let him have a masterclass on his birthday, so watch them go crazy a day late. Now, and keep in mind, James Wood and CJ Abrams both got walked twice yesterday, so I could definitely see both CJ Abrams and James Wood going yard today. They definitely got cooked by their old pitcher yesterday, and they were not supposed to get cooked like that. And I got a 30% profit boost on Scam Duel. Boost them odds right on up to plus 12,753. 12K odds for Greenwood Mookie Dookie Betts.
I fuck with that. I'm not gonna lie. That is the collab. Okay.
Yeah, I'm with it.
So.
If you want to run the round robin, be my guest. But the way I bet, I'm probably not going to run Green or Wood straight. I will be running Mookie straight, just because that 560, I'm not going to leave it on the table. And the parlay is like too low in odds for me to really feel like round robining.
Yeah, if you round robin and then Riley Green and James Wood go, you just get nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Like you might as well just pair them two together if you want a round robin, basically, is what I'm saying. But I'm mad at that. I'm about to put my little straight on Mookie Dookie. And I'm gonna put my little wager on the parlay. Boom.
Locked in. Let's see. Mookie. Where's James Wood at? And it's Dinger Tuesday. Facts. We get the 25% boost on there.
Yup.
So normally with your boost, like, do you try to make your boost like your most confident player, or do you just like if you like it, whatever,
So
or like how do you use your boost?
It's player dependent too. So like in a situation like that, I definitely love to use my boost on that, just because like I'm a 10K odds and higher kind of girly. So I'm like, ooh, I can get this parlay for 12K. Hell yeah. Or there's times like I've seen Geraldo Perdomo one day for plus 1,800, and I was like, this man has never been that high for his home run. And luckily on that same day, Scamdel gave me 100% profit boost. I was like, well, they got him this high, so let me put the 100% profit boost on him to get him twice as high. And that man went first at bat. So sometimes I use it to like, yes, I do use, I'm not going to just throw a profit boost on anything that I don't like. But also I use them in a way to like get the odds I believe these players should be. If that makes sense. Okay. So like if I see, like the other day, I took Geraldo Perdomo as well on Sunday. But when I was looking, I'm like, all of these odds are nowhere near what I would take Geraldo Perdomo for. So then I went looking to see if I had boost anywhere that I could put on a straight for him to go yard, and I found one. And then with the boost, it got me like 1,200 odds, which is where I like Perdomo to be. So like, had I not had a boost, I wouldn't have taken him whether he was gonna go or not, if that makes sense. So I do tend to use my boost to like get the price I believe we should be getting.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely like the boost on Riley and James Wood after they're like both under 300, so that's for sure.
Mm-hmm. Just to kind of get us better odds, make it a little bit more worth it, you know, more bang for your buck type thing. It was
I
Riley
know the
Green,
chat's been
James
telling
Wood,
me
and Mookie
you
Betts
said
for
it was
whoever was
oh,
asking. My
you're
bad.
saying the 3 men?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's Riley Green, James Wood, and Mookie Betts. The chat was telling me you have your own website. Do you want to show your website
Yeah, I can show you
on
guys.
my
I had
stream real
just
quick?
pulled it up a little bit, but give me 1 second. It might have been in the background. So this is a website that our lovely Janae created for us. It has a bunch of, you know, like the stuff that we look for and stuff like that. And basically it's just something that we built to kind of do the research for you. It's supposed to make it simpler. Obviously with anything new, you kind of have to go in there, observe, and figure it out and figure out what works best for you. But the website is definitely going insane. If you look here, it's going to show you like the season hit rate. The website, since
Oh,
we introduced the
you gotta
website.
sorry to cut you off.
Oh,
You gotta redo your screen share.
okay, hold
Yeah,
on.
sorry.
Change stream. Here we go. There you go.
There we go.
So the website literally tells you. So a lot of people are going to be like, oh my God, only an 18% hit rate. But look at here. And this is why, because the long shots and the raggities pages, which both have tracking down at the bottom, show you that betting those higher odds is going to keep you in the profits, because you could miss 10 days straight and then have one incredible day and it makes up for all your losses when you're betting on those higher odds. And basically this is just, you know, it's our website that was created with a few of our cappers, you know, requirements, those kind of things. We all kind of put in our work on this. Our girl Janae kind of just went crazy one weekend and made this website for us. We've been tinkering with it ever since. It's been out for like maybe 3 months now. It's got a lot of great tools on it. You know, here on this homepage, you know, you see live hitting it hard. This is all the players that have hit it hard or just missed. Then we have like a near misses. So who was trying yesterday. So all of those pages that a lot of people tend to look at, like the near home run, the exit velocity page, all those kind of things that people tend to go and like look and see. We have it all on one website, so it's literally all in one tool. And this website is linked to our Discord, so there is no way for you to just get the website. But basically, if you get the website, you get access to our Discord as well. And
Which
all
is
of our
good.
cappers, exactly, all of our cappers and players info and stuff like that. And mind you, you can use this yourself, or we also have like a side where it's just like cheat sheets and like a bunch of information that we drop in the Discord for anybody that may not purchase this She Got Game site. But it also has like a little bit for everybody. Like you got this research hub here, you come to the top picks. It's got all kinds of different stuff. So you're going to have today's top 5 best bet, their price. If you go to all picks, it gives you everything. If you go to props, you can look at home runs, hits, bases, runs, RBIs. You can look at just like per ones that you want to look at. You come here to pitcher targets. It's going to show you the pitchers that we believe you should attack. And then even here, it's really cool. It gives you the top 3 bats that you should attack against said pitcher. Okay. In the pitcher hub, we have K hunters, walk watch, walk bait, gives you a bunch of tags, all kinds of things that we've just, you know, been building over time. Then the graders here, literally all the graders. Then we have like a milestone watch. Literally tells you like, are they on milestone watch? And if anybody's out there like, what's a milestone?
So 29 home runs so Junior's 1 home run away from 30. Okay,
on the
that's
season.
Good to know.
Yep.
Okay.
Or like Spencer Torkelson, he was supposed to go yesterday. He's 1 away from 20 on the season, but also 1 away from 100 on his career. So there's like a bunch of different things that you can look here. Even we even have like matchup write-ups if you want to come here and actually look at like a write-up.
Mm.
Look at Gilberto Hernandez probably finna go back to back against Aaron Nola. I'm not playing with you. Then there's like even a steals page, gives you top 10 steals, edge, market, EV, model price, all that kind of good stuff. Right here, if you're looking at the filter by matchup, that's just giving you its best player from each game. Um, the by game view is basically their favorite player from each team to go yard in that matchup. It's usually really, really chalky. So if you are a member of this and you see somebody like Patrick Bailey as the main pick for Cleveland, that's crazy. So just something to look at. But then we also have like the long shots page, which is plus 500 odds and higher. And then with the same like idea as the buy game page, it's the same. It's just 500 odds only and higher. And then the Raggetties is the same idea behind that page as well. It's just 700 odds and higher. Diamonds. If you're out there and you're like, what is a diamond? Diamonds are just guys that are in really, really good spots. And in order for you to be a diamond, you have to be in like the top 3 of the order. And then emeralds, it's the same thing, in a really good spot, but down the bottom of the lineup. But yeah, it's a website that we created a few months ago, and it's definitely been working out really good. A lot of people really, really like it. This Big Daddies page too. A lot of people are like, Big Daddies. But if you remember when Janae first stepped on the scene, that was what really got a lot of attention, and a lot of people fucking with Janae was, she was coming out with her Big Daddies list. And those were the guys that she was thinking was going to go yard. And she still calls them her Big Daddies. I mean, why not? Because if they
So
out here
who's
hitting
on that
home runs,
list
they Big
today?
Daddies. So the Big Daddies page is like where you could go and research.
Oh, okay, okay.
So like you could come here and it's showing you. So unless you pick a pitch, it's just showing you like their last 2 to 3 weeks of like form. So it's going to show you their exit
Okay.
velocity, that kind of thing. But you could come down here and you could be like, oh, I want to see this fastball or the slider. And the way we break it down is how I was telling y'all earlier that I'd be breaking it down on Prop Finder. So like this pitch edge button, you literally just come here to this Big Daddy's page, click pitch edge, and that means that he hits one of the pitches that the pitcher is giving up bombs to. So instead of going to Prop Finder and spending all damn day, what I just did on the stream, you could literally just come right here, click pitch edge, and that means they're hitting one of the pitches that the pitcher is giving up specifically home runs to. So this is like your research page. And then you could like come
Okay.
through and research off all the pitches. It tells you the percent of time that he's throwing the pitch, but then also the percent of time that people are going yard off the pitch. And then you could also just come here and be like, okay, I don't even care about the pitch edge. I want to see it. Do you have hot form lately? Are you hitting those hard hit numbers? You could come here and just like do whatever you want, or you could
Oh,
come
so it's
here.
basically like filters almost, and then
Yeah.
it filters out. Okay.
And it's like, what works for you type of thing. So like if you're somebody that likes value odds, you want to come here and just find players with value odds. It's going to spit people out that you're getting value on, not players that don't have any value.
Okay.
So Raya said, are y'all not entertained yet? I know that's right, girl. Look at Roberto Hernandez, though. He's got a score of 81, which is really, 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 really high. That man's going to go back to back watch. But yeah, that's another
Okay.
place. And then also we have like a little trends today thing. So after home runs go, they're graded, and it basically tells you like, did they have a dark horse signal, a matchup master, zone friendly, what lineup spot they were, that kind of thing. Because I know a lot of people look at all kinds of different stuff.
Yo, what? Yo. Yo,
Don't
bro.
mind him. He's so funny. He said, "Look
Um,
at you, look at you being intuitive."
so that's it. That's everything you want to show on your website.
Yes, sir. The rest of that,
Well,
y'all gonna need to come sign up for it if you want it.
all right, chat. Well, that is the collapse. We've been live 3 hours, so thank you. I gotta
You're
say
very
thank you
welcome.
first because I tell everybody, only an hour of your time, but obviously I know like
I
you,
tend to talk more though.
um, yeah, well, you're already a streamer, so like I already
Mhm.
knew I was gonna get more than an hour, but um, you, Jake, like I already know you guys are streamers and stuff, so I appreciate you guys staying longer than an hour and helping
Of
me,
course.
produce something like this because this is not the first or the last one.
And we still got
And yeah,
292 shared viewers.
it's
Drop some
it's damn near
W's in
been
the
300 the
chat.
whole time. Yeah,
Drop
facts.
some W's
W's in
in
the
the
chat.
chat.
Make sure y'all are tailing the play. Just a little bit about me for your chat. I mean, I stream
Yeah.
every day, every night. So if you guys want late night research at 12 p.m. Eastern every night, I stream around that time every night.
Oh my god, the
But
chat's going crazy.
I mean, this was the number one favorited collaborative stream. I mean, everybody had their channel points on you, literally. So I mean, it was what was wanted from the community. So.
Love
I
y'all.
appreciate you coming through and doing it with me. But I'll see you on the next one.
All
So
right.
thank you.
Sounds
All right.
amazing. Y'all have an amazing
Peace,
night.
chat.
Peace
Peace,
out.
Petty.